Hello, friends. Welcome to another episode of Automation Digest. I had a request for reading the web table from PDF, so I thought of creating a video on the same. Just to recap, we were reading data and images from PDF with or without password protection using PDF box. In this video, we will be reading web table and storing them in a data structure and use as required. So without wasting time, let's get into programming. I have already created the class, which is PDF reader. We have the user directory, the path to the file, and the file. The PDF is a simple web table which has name and email. The values are user 1 through 6 and the corresponding email address. We will try to fetch this data and use it. So first thing that we have to do is create PDD document. Now, once we have created the PDD document, we have to extract the content from the PDD document. We would require PDF text stripper to get the text. Now, if I print this text, we would see the value which comes out from the PDF. And if I execute this code, so we have name and email, 6 users, and couple of blank lines in the PDF file. So out of this, we just require our web table. So to extract this specific web table, we have to understand the format. The format here is the first row has the key or the name and the email. From the second row till the seventh row, we have the data, which means if we want to extract each row, we can do it by using the regex of /n or new line. Put it into the split method of string class and get each row's value. Let's try that out. To print each line, we have to iterate through the array. Let me use a for each loop, iterate through the array and print each line. If you observe, the first row has name and email. The second row has the name user1 and the corresponding email address, and so on. The last line has a blank. Now we can use this format to get all the details that we want. We have to store all the username under the key name and all the email address under email. How do we do that? To do that, we have to create a hash map of array list where the first value would be name and email or the key, and the second value would be an array list, which is all the data for the specific key. Let's see how do we do that. In this hash map, the first string represents the key, name and email. The second value, array list of string, represents all the data. Now that we have defined the data structure, let's see how do we put the data that we have extracted into the data structure. So now we also require 2 array lists, name and email, where we would be storing the values of the table. Now let's iterate through the array split line. Here, we require to iterate from 1 because the value at 0th index is our key, and we will move to length -1 because the last line is empty line and we don't want that. Now, if you observe, all the values are separated by a space. So we will use that to get all the respective names and emails. Once we have splitted that, we will add them to the respective array list. Now we have stored all the data. Remember, we started from I equal to 1 or from the first index. What about the 0th index? We talked about it. We said that it is the key. So let's store it in a key. This key in line 27 would be our key for the hash map. In the hash map, the second value would be the array list. So for 0th key, which is name, we will add the array list called name. In the same way, we'll do it for email. Now that we have all the data that is required, let's print that and see what is the output. I'll also comment line 17 for clarity. That's the output. We have a hash map whose key is email and name. Yeah, once I corrected the value that is put for email, we will see the email has all the emails and key called name has all the names. Now that we have stored the table in a hash map of array list, we can use it based on our requirement. For example, we want to list down all the names. We can just go ahead and have the table data to get the key called name. This would give us the array list of the name. Now, if we want a specific name for that matter, let's say the sixth name. So we just have to go ahead and do a get of 5 and we get the sixth name. Similarly, we can also use email and other indexes to get the values. That's it for today. I hope you liked the video and it solves your problem. I'll come up with few more interesting videos. Till then, happy coding.